Welcome to the explanation for the Magic Spider app. The first thing you're going to need are some gimmicks. You'll need to purchase some spiders and some cockroaches to make the apps come to life. Try and get spiders and cockroaches that are as realistic as possible. They don't have to be exactly the same as the app because the spectator will only get a glimpse of the spider before they react. You should be able to get them at any party or Halloween supplies. The inspiration for the app came from Jim Pace's The Web. Now this is available from any good magic shop or direct from L&L Publishing on the net. You'll get a really good spider included in this pack. If you've already got a copy of The Web or you just want additional spiders, the store on our website has a basic pack with a single spider, a cockroach and 10 sticky dots, or a pro pack with 3 spiders, a cockroach and 25 dots. It also comes in a nice polypropylene box that's perfect for carrying your gimmicks when you perform. To perform the trick, you'll need some adhesive to stick the spiders to the back of the hand. One good source is double-sided tape. This is easy to find and does the job. The best adhesive I found, however, are these little silicone dots. You can find these on our website in packs of 100. If you use the double-sided tape, all you need to do is cut a small strip off, like so, and stick the tape to the underside of the spider, and then remove the backing paper just before you perform the trick. Now if you use the silicone dots, you just peel off one side of the backing paper, again adhere it to the underside of the spider like so, just about there, and then just before you perform the trick, remove the other part of the backing paper. Now here's a nice little tip. If you take some backing paper from double-sided tape, cut a little rectangle and stick it to the back of the phone, there's a sticky side and a non-sticky side. Have the non-sticky side facing out, then take your spider, stick it onto the backing paper like this, and then you can show your hands completely empty at the beginning of the trick. Just a little bit of sideways pressure on the spider releases it from the plastic and it drops very nicely into finger palm. Now let's talk a little bit about the app. To open the app, you touch the Magic Spider icon, and the main screen has a number of features. You can choose either the spider or the cockroach effect. You can watch the presentation trailer, can see the in-app instructions. You can go to our online store to get spiders and cockroaches. You can change any of the settings for the app. There's also links for the credits, our website, our Facebook page, or you can contact us via email for any support. Now in the settings, here you can change the background type. You can either have a solid white background. You can use Snapshot, will allow you to capture an image of the hand. The library allows you to set any picture from your gallery. You can choose to turn on or off the flash, the vibrate, the sound. Now the startup image allows you to customize the effect to suit your own style. You can take any image from the web or save it to your gallery or take a picture or screenshot. A default image is available to get you started. Now the last section is the finger. Here you can choose which type of finger you want to use during the animation. There's thick and thin for light, red, brown or dark. It's not important that the finger matches you exactly, just have one as close as possible. Now one little tip is that if you're in bright sunny conditions, use a light or a red finger. If you're in a dark environment, use a brown or a dark finger. Okay, now at the beginning of the trick you're going to decide whether you're doing the spider or the cockroach. It's important that you have the right creature on the back of the phone. You click on the spider button, it'll bring up the startup screen, and this is where you want to be before you get in front of your spectators. Now the startup screen is the image you want to show the audience at the beginning of the trick. I asked them if they've seen this cool new app that uses augmented reality. While I'm doing this, I casually show that my hands are empty, and then I look them in the eye, and as I say the last word, reality. As they look up, I clip the spider with my ring finger, letting it drop down into finger palm. And so I touch the screen to activate the camera. You can touch anywhere on this artwork at all. There is a little start button there, and you can touch that if you like. That activates the camera. I gesture like this, showing them what I want them to do. They hold out their hand. Then I take the phone in middle grip between the ring finger and thumb. The hand with the spider moves quickly over to take their hand and bring it back to the camera. It's important that you don't move the camera at this point. This is how the spider gets loaded on the back of the hand. Now you want to get a picture of their hand so that when it's on their hand the phone can all but disappear. So make sure the photo takes up the whole screen, and just with a little bit of fingers here at the base of the fingers. Now a long touch of about 1 second on the screen takes the photo. Then place the phone on the palm and remove your hand from below. I like to hold on to their ring finger and little finger throughout the effect. That gives me control of their hand. It lets me know immediately if they're afraid of spiders, and it also dulls the senses of the back of the hand so they can't feel the spider there. Now, if you can feel them pulling away from you as soon as the spider appears like this, and you can judge that they've really got a fear of spiders, it's probably a good idea to just remove the spider, take your phone back at that point, because you really don't want to scare somebody that has a real phobia. Now, the animation is a timed video, but I wanted to allow the touching of the screen without any of the video controls coming up, so that's why it needed to be an app. Now the spider will appear after 5 seconds from the photo being taken. He'll stop twice to allow you to tap him and deliver your lines. So when the spider stops a third time, a small part of the finger will stage on the edge of the screen. This will guide you to where and when to put the finger in. See here? Now as the finger's going in, I move it as if I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it in at first, then I do a couple of come here movements just like this. Now the spider walks off the screen. You have 2 seconds before he comes back on. This is where I want to demonstrate what they have to do. I tell them there's a proximity sensor here, and that if you wave over the phone it makes him come back. Now once the spider leaves the screen, it's their turn to try. I take the phone, I tap their hand and say, here, you try, and that's where they get the surprise. Now the animation will continue for another 30 seconds after the spider leaves the screen, just in case they're slow waving their hand over it. If you want to cancel the animation at any time after taking the photo, you just need to pinch the center of the screen to go back to the main menu.